I'll tell you a very funny, a little episode. Now, yes, of course, Kaante is inspired by Reservoir Dogs. But the fact is, I have not seen Reservoir Dogs.
Come on.
I haven't seen the film.
Come on. Seriously.
I'm telling you. I don't need to lie. I'm telling you why. I found it boring. Every time I used to start it, 10-15 minute के बाद मैं बंद कर देता हूँ. क्या, just a bunch of guys talking. So I've actually never seen that entire film. Okay.
Can I be honest? Sorry, sorry to cut you. मैंने भी पूरी नहीं देखी Reservoir Dogs, जबकि मैंने कांटे 2 दफा देखी.
हाँ. क्यों ऐसा? I'm saying no, but I remember in between there was some director, who lashed out at me because I had not supported her film at some festival because I didn't feel it deserved to. So for that she lashed out at me and she said, no, but his films are copied and Kaante is a frame-to-frame remake of Reservoir Dogs. And I just wanted to ask her one question. I said, Reservoir Dogs is about 6 men in a warehouse. Okay? That is reel number 12 of Kaante. When they get into the warehouse.
Correct.
अब तक 1.5 घंटे की पिक्चर तो 1.5 घंटा किधर से आया?
हाँ.
So Tarantino himself has gone on record and stated that he prefers Kaante to Reservoir Dogs, and he says, I love how he's brought in all the backstories of the characters and where
Has he said that?
Yeah, of course. It's all there. It's on the net. Every time he meets a bunch of Indian filmmakers, the first thing he talks about is Kaante. He calls it Kaante. So he says, oh, Kaante and that guy, and whatever. I mean, see, there again is grace from the man. He doesn't need to say that some kid sitting in Bombay has made a better film than mine. But he says it. And the thing is that what many people oversee, half of them are bloody ignorant. Not many know that Reservoir Dogs itself is a remake of a Hollywood of a Hong Kong film. City on Fire. So it's fantastic, and the killing and this and that.
Correct.
Yeah, so it was just that. Yeah. So
what's the coolest thing? What मेरे को कभी नहीं भूल सकता मैं about Kaante. I was very young when I saw Kaante.
Yeah, of course, it's been 20 years.
The coolest thing was when Datta was taking out the Magnum and that sound effect. Was that intentional? That was intentional, right? I feel like that's come from you,
No. There's a lot. So, for example, when I was making Atish, and Atish की जब भी mixing चल रही थी, तो हमारी mixing ही वही होते थे, sound effects होते थे, वो reels होती थी, सब. अब मेरे को याद है उसमें सीन है कि वो गाड़ी रुकती है, शक्ति कपूर उतरता है और वो गाड़ी का दरवाजा बंद होता है और टप करके ऐसे साउंड आती है. मैंने यार इंग्लिश पिक्चर में हमेशा भप करके आती है, तो ये ठप करके क्यों आ रही है? मैंने ये नहीं. Then I called my music director and I said, on that point, can you just give me a kick, dup, at the back? Then that dup and tuck, dup karke, then that's how we got the sound. So there were little things like that because here we were so accustomed to it, because also like a very, very lesser known, almost unknown fact is back in the year 1993, the first Hindi film to ever be mixed on Dolby was a film called Ram Shastra. And that was my second film. And we had gone to, the producer was very supportive. His name was Firoz Nadiadwala, one of the biggest producers of the time. So Firoz told me, Gupta, 2 reel, we were told, why don't you just bring 2 reels to London with the effects and everything. तो मेरे को आज भी याद है, एक रील में हमने गाना रखा था, एक रील में ही पूरा एक्शन सीक्वेंस रखा था, और वो 2 रील लेके हम लोग लंदन गए. We spent 3 days and we mixed it in Dolby and we got the print and we came back to Bombay. In the whole of Maharashtra or maybe India, there was only one theatre which had Dolby, which was Sterling Theatre in town. So we invited all the filmmakers from here, because we were also doing it as an initiative with Dolby because they wanted to come to India. So we invited everybody to Sterling and we showed those 2 reels. Okay, see how your film will sound when you mix it in Dolby. Because you got your surround sound center, of course, all that. Then you got your subwoofers. Now, all those things we never took into account. So when I was mixing Atish, I did not think about the lows because there were no subwoofers. But Atish was also done in 4-track stereo. But the right film comes along. But this film is now officially called Zinda 2.
Zinda 2?
Yeah, because it's in that same space.
But
it's dark and it's, it's twisted. You cannot predict what's going to happen.
You think you'll male driven, you'll face some backlash again, वही old boy वाला चक्कर फिर ऐसा कुछ
because कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. It's nothing to do with the original Zinda. It is in the same. You see, it's like when you see True Detective, and then you see season 2, Delhi Crime season 2. So it's in the same mold.
Okay.
You know, it's that same genre. It's that same. So well, like how Zinda was set in Bangkok, this one is set in Johannesburg. You know, and because there's a part of Johannesburg which is so screwed up.
Yeah.
You know, Soweto.
Yeah.
They have the largest and the most dangerous slum in the world.
Yeah. And you're shooting that? No.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the first time I was in Joburg, and we wanted to go into Soweto, Sanju and me, and we had a local friend over there, Amy, and Amy said, okay, I'll take you all, but I have to make some arrangements. So I said, what arrangements? I said, देखो अंदर कोई भाई लोग से बात करने है क्या? तो he said, नहीं वैसा कुछ नहीं है. He said, बाहर से आएंगे साथ में. The next day when we were ready, we came out, and there was a proper police guard. There was an escort of 4 cars. There were 2 in front, 2 at the back. That was sent, and it was the commissioner's motorcade. And in that, we were driven in, so then nobody messed with you. And we went there, and I remember we went to this restaurant, and in that restaurant, we sat and had a whole, African meal, because I told like Sanju loves his meats. So all of that. And what was very unique in that restaurant was that the entire walls of the restaurant were covered in visiting cards. So everybody who's been there,
Acha.
and the owners put their cards on the walls. So all those people from all over the world
Yeah.
who've been to that part of the world, and we saw Mandela's house and all of that. So there's a part, and this film is again very monochromatic. So nobody will be wearing colors. The grays
Again,
and
the
blacks.
same shades. Yeah.
The cars are like that. The skies are overcast.
Okay.
So gray is the prominent color. There is no color.
Yeah.
In that, because what is happening in the film, what's happening with the characters, and the only color you see is the color of blood.
Yeah.
And these characters are such that their lives have become grey, their lives have become dark. And they need to get out of that.